this week, we have a very skilled dancer joining us today and is now teaching the next generation how to be better dancers. Please welcome Paki. Thank you, man, for doing this.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Tell us about yourself. Were you born here? Like, what are the challenges that you went through growing up?
I was born back home. I came to Canada around end of 2003. Growing up, I was very fortunate to have a supporting family, supporting friends, and as life went through, at different stage of life, I had a few challenges like school-wise or career-wise, even other like personal life-wise also. But yeah, everything is always a lesson. Every mistake or every experience you get is always a lesson, and you learn from that and you become better. And
so, how old were you when you came here?
I was, I think, 6 years old. I celebrated my 7th birthday party in Canada. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, like, it must have been a shock, right? You didn't speak English or French, and you come here. You came to Montreal, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I came to Montreal.
Yeah, so you had to learn French and English. How was that?
Yeah. So, like, basically, like after I was born, 3 months later, my dad flew to try to immigrated to Canada. So in that process, I haven't seen my dad since I was 3 months. So when I came to Canada at 6.5 years old, I saw my father. I was like, oh shit. It was a big shock to me because I was around my mom, my grandpa, and everything, and I never had a father figure. And then when I saw him, I was like, oh, it was like a big shock to me. But other than that, what's funny, back home, I studied in English because my parents thought when you come here, you'll be studying English, but they don't know about the Quebec laws where your parent has to be a graduate of English or before this year to actually go into English school. So when I came here was French, I was like, what is this? I only know Tamil and English, and I started into welcome classes and tuition, our generation tuition, everything, and slowly picked up French. Now I speak the 3 languages very fluently: English, French, and Tamil. It was a small culture shock, but since I came out a bit early in my childhood, it was easy for me to adapt to the changes.
Great. So, where do you think you got your passion for dancing now? So,
from a young age, I'm a 90s kid. I could say I'm a 90s kid, but 97. So I grew up watching Prabhudeva, Vijay Prabhudeva, but mainly Prabhudeva. I would watch his movies back before we didn't have access to internet much, YouTube, just CDs, the Tamil Volume 1 and the 40 songs, and it's always the Prabhupada hit songs. So watching that, dancing, watching how he moves, and his movies were always not always a serious movie, it's like a comedy plus dance into it. So just watching him, one day I want to be with him. I want to be with him. I want to be like him. I want to be a dancer. That's where my passion started for dancing.
I gotta imagine your parents. They wanted you to be a doctor, a lawyer, or engineer, but now they see you dancing. I know you still go to school, I believe, right? But you're dancing a lot. Do they say anything?
At a young age, ever since I came to Canada, my mom always put me to extracurricular activities, especially Tamil class. In Tamil class, we do Nadagam, Pechi Poti, all those curricular activities made my mom was okay with me going to arts, dancing or anything like singing. But growing up, even me myself, I'm I don't want to just be a dancer, I don't want to be as a dancer. I want to be more like a role model. And as I teach a lot of kids, and it's true, a lot of parents think by going into a passion like dancing or anything, meaning that's not a career. That's just somehow or a bicycle you could do for a certain age and you could stop it after.
For fun,
you could have a fun at from this age, and after that you have to stop it.
Yeah.
But I want to kind of change that mentality in our community, think that dancing, it's a passion, it's an art, it's an art form, it's not a pastime, it's an art form and everything. So even now, as you said, I'm also a student. I'm finishing my bachelor degree in the next year. So by doing that, I want the future parents to know and the current parents to know that yes, you could still dance, you could still have a career as a dancer, but also have a uni degree or any other degree and still have another career outside.
Can you explain to the audience what what does it take to deliver a final product? Because a lot of people just see the final product. They see the final video, the 20-second, 30-second, 1 minute, if it's a Tamil movie, 5 minutes videos.
Yeah.
But the choreography, the preparation, like, how long does it take to deliver this product? Usually?
So honestly, like, I could start like, let's say I listen to a song, you know, I listen to a song on Instagram or social media, and if I really when I think about the song, like when I'm driving, you know, when I'm like, say I'm driving to point A to point B or to work or anything, in my head, I like on my earphones, I just keep on repeating the song to have an idea of it, you know, like how's the choreography gonna be, what can I do for this move, That's it. Like my friends hate like they hate coming on a car with me on the ride, because if I hear a song, I repeat it at least like 5-6 times to get an idea itself, you know. That's what process number one. Then teaching to the kids and everything. Like, for example, like a performance for like a 5-minute performance for a show, it could take a month to 2 months. When I say a month to 2 months, it's not 60 days. It's like in a month we have 4 to 5 classes. So it's only like 8 classes for 2 months or 4 classes a month.
Okay.
So it takes a lot of time, and you're right, like a lot of people just see the end product, they're like, oh, but they don't see the amount of practice time, choosing the outfits, making sure the kids practice, because some kids, like for example, they think it's like a pastime, you know, like they come, they go to class, go home. Like the more the kid practice, it's easier for them when they come to the next class, we could go to the next step, you know, because first you had to teach the choreo, then you had to clean the choreo, then you had to finalize with the outfits and everything, like rehearsal-wise. So it is a long process, but at the end of the day, like I said, people just look at the final result. Like, you know, like no matter what they want, it's hard for them to understand what it took, but at the end of the day, they will just. Our goal itself is to make sure that the final product is very revealing and like satisfying for them.
Okay. Yeah. So you create your choreos for your thing, or someone else does it? Or?
So I'm the main choreographer. Okay. For now I'm the main choreographer. So I teach my students all my moves. Obviously, for example, if it's like a VJ movie, you know, like a VJ movie, and it's like a famous move, signature move, the kids themselves will come like, Anna, can you teach me that move? You know, like they want to do that move, but they don't know. Like, can you teach me that? Like, yes, for sure, we take moves from like the video itself and put it in. That way, like they feel like they're also part of that song, you know, because that's what they watch. The kids nowadays, like on YouTube, all the million hits are like Arabi Kutte and everything. It's all about like our kids' generation watching thing and like dancing.
Does it influence you that you watched the video song of a Tamil song, and then now you have to do your choreo? How does it influence you, like, or do you just completely scratch it off and just do your own thing? Does it influence you anyway?
So I like to have like small like touches of it. Yeah. But I like to have my own choreography. Like I have my own style, you know, to it. I have my own choreography, so I like to put into that. Like that's my satisfaction, you know. Like it's okay to redo the same thing that what's done in the movie, you know, but anyone could do it. Yeah. You know, but changing into your own style and teaching to the kids and yourself learning itself, it's a very good experience for me.
So now you have you have classes that you teach. So how are you getting? If you're trying to get to the kids are not the one that's paying, right? So it's the parents. How are you getting there? How are you marketing yourself?
Strategy-wise is I use a lot of social media like Facebook, mainly Facebook. That's where the parents are. Like Instagram, rarely. Yeah. But Facebook on my own personal page and my Instagram and my Stage Breakers fan page. I post all the anytime we have dance covers or anything, I post it on there. Anytime there's a dance performance pictures, I post it on there. We also have a YouTube channel. My goal is to do a lot of videos, like so that's what the memory is, you know, like and the kids want to, because nowadays like a lot of kids are into like YouTube, like having their own channel and everything. So I want them to have their video on it. For them, it's like, oh shit. Even like 100 view for them is like a big thing for them, you know. So that's why I try to do it, and also word of mouth. I also do a lot of MCs for like events, like birthday events, weddings, or reception. And when I do MC, I also do like a solo performance. Gotcha. You know? When I do a solo performance, for example, like I do for the client, and a lot of guests there, they come to see me. They're like, oh, I really like to dance. I want to put my son into it, my grandson into it. What's their contact number? So so word of mouth. And third part is like when I go and do dances at shows.
Okay.
Like a Tamil show or like an outdoor show or event, any event like that. Other parents or they see it and they ask me like, I want to bring my kid to you, like the information. So that's the three ways. So social media, like word of mouth from events, and like at events itself.
Okay. Yeah. So the new audience that don't know you, right? Like you said, there's a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of dancers, a lot of people that teach dance. Why you?
Honestly, like for me, dance is like I said, it's a passion, but I do not to, like I don't think it as a business. Like I don't think it as a way of making fortune. It's like what I can teach to others. In my students, I tell them like, yes, I want you guys to learn the choreo from me, but in a point of the stages, I want you guys to make your own choreos. That's I feel that's what's great for a master, like as a guru. Like you want them to not just keep on learning, but also keep on learning and start doing their own side of and open up their creativity, so that helps them to grow. I also teach like dance for kids, and I also teach dance for like wedding choreography and everything. And even that for me, just an experience. Okay, for example, like when wedding choreography clients come to me, they the first thing they say, we never danced. Like we haven't danced, like we don't have a professional dancer. But for me to just be able to make them dance for 2 minutes, having the experience of teaching them 2 minutes, and they're gonna perform on the special day, makes my heart very it feels good to me. That's I like that feeling. Like money wise and everything comes second to me. Like just having the happiness of helping others and able to create something makes me love dancing. And
all right, let's wrap it up with some rapid fire questions.
Sure.
Lawrence or Prabhudeva?
Prabhudeva.
Why?
Hands down. Prabhudeva is my idol growing up, and I was looked up to him. And in 2015 or 16, I was able to meet him also in person, so be close to him, also perform on the same stage as him. So Prabhudeva for life, for sure.
Drake or Weekend? Which music is easier to dance to?
Drake, 100%.
Hip hop or kuttu?
I'll say kuttu, but my forte is in hip hop. Yeah.
Learn a choreography or teach a choreography?
It's a very tough question. As a dancer, I always want to keep on learning. Learn different style, go to workshop and something. But I also like to put my own input, so I say create a choreography.
Thank you once again for doing this. I hope everyone learned a little bit about dancing today. And if you want to enroll your kids, or if you want to dance yourself, you could always reach out to him. His Instagram and Facebook pages are Stage Breakers. And for everyone who wants to share their unique story and want to join this podcast, you could always reach us at Vetri Media Marketing. Thank you for joining us. This is the Financial Brothers Podcast presented by Vetri Media Marketing.